Welcome to Jacksonville, Alabama, a hidden gem a few miles from the border of Georgia and home to the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, where these fans are fired up for this showdown about to play out on Burgess Snow Field. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the AAC, the Sam Houston Bearcats, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Bearcats will kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hutchinson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. A first down for the offense. From the gun, running back gets to give. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They go right back to him. The Gamecocks get enough to move the chain.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They've got it first and 10 from the 25. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Unloads to the right. Got his man. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, I love that the QB understood I'm going to put some stank on this. I'm going to throw it as hard as I can quickly, right when he's breaking out of that curl. Nice job getting it to him quick so he could get a first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got him downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
It's important on offense in the passing game. You got to have balance, and I mean you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides. But you got to let the defense know too that you're not afraid to go over the middle, and they did right there.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
He'll pull it down and run. He's got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on them. And the Gamecocks have it with a first and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Floats it out in space. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Hey, man, I played with Tiki Barber in the Giants, Frank Gore in the 49ers, LaDainian Tomlinson in the Senior Bowl. These guys wanted to catch passes in our offense, even though they knew something.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. First down here for the offense. They go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Lisa. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
I love the start for this quarterback on third down. Third down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Running back carry. Gain of 2. Second down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. And that one's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Fires to the tight end. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Offense getting set for first down. On the move. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Hand off from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Unloads it left. He's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. That was a really well-run route on the curl to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
Grab behind the line. It's Dahl. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
By the receiver. Brought down on the play at the 35-yard line. Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Jacksonville State 6, Sam Houston 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Fast motion from the offense. They'll leave it with him. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Unloads quickly. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Pickup of 12.
The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Got it in the middle, it's Dahl. Touchdown, Bearcats! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Western Kentucky delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Bowling Green. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout CUSA. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Going up top on first down. Got it in stride at the 15. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive really productive, David. Wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And here comes the offense on second down. Leaves it with the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Davis. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Right, nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Oh, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
The give to the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Coming after it. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. They're bringing heat. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man on the right. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
All right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Got it. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got it behind the line. It's Dahl. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Gain of 6.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
The Bearcats are on the move. He leaves it with his back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him for the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And the Bearcats send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Bearcats will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Catches it cleanly at the 20. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Offense in an empty set. He's looking to throw it. He finds his man. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. Fair catch called for and made. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Handoff from the gun. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They'll ride the hot hand.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
On second down, looking again to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him. He's going to take off. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
Whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Third down play from the gun. Working that left side now. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
Leaves it with the back. At the 45 on his way. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Wide out in motion. grabbed behind the line. It's Dull. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stem in the defensive line. They're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Quarterback moving. And he finds his way out of bounds real close to the goal line there, knocking on the door.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
Trying to push their way into the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sam Houston. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. And the returner will be knocked down. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Tackle is made at the 16-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks forward.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now, this guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Got his man down the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Got it, looking for a 1st. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the 1st. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Sam Houston, 14. Jacksonville State, 13.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
It's now second and goal.
Second and goal for this offense. He's looking to throw. Using his feet to buy time. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
A huge chance for points here on third and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves a finish. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Man, nice to have a QB that's focused, in the moment, doesn't get routed. You can tell, drops back the pass, makes a great throw, threads it into the end zone, and this team now has the lead in the fourth quarter, right where they want to be.
And now they'll try to get the two-point conversion, guys. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And the defense on him, and he will go down. Sack on the two-point try. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
19. Sam Houston, 14.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. They'll put the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And he pulls it in at the 15. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Man, I love this guy's toughness. All game long, he's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times, and here we are late in the game. He's still staring down the barrel, gets nailed, but's able to...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Pocket starts to collapse. They make the stop, but he knew exactly how much he needed and where he needed to get for that first down. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He's going to pass. Escapes the sack. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And the timing just a hair off. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Caught on the outside, it's Davis. Oh, man, he goes down, and he's going to lose yardage on that one.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Still running at the 40. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
These guys aren't human aid. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Comes out throwing on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
After misfiring, it's 2nd down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Spits it out to the back. They're working that left side. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had 2 guys near that ball.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Caught in the backfield, it's Dahl. Tackled immediately after the catch.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Buys a little extra time. And he is corralled short of the line to gain.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a 1st down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Bearcats will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Zings it complete to the right. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Bearcats.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UCLA is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to ULM. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.